Tinman here, welcome back to the channel. Now, I'm unboxing something that I've had for a while, but I'm quite surprised. I've not done it before. I should. Why not? This is literally my favourite comedy horror ever. I know Return of the Living Dead is a comedy, but you could say that's like a horror with comedy bits. This is actually a comedy. What are we unboxing? Mel Brooks's Young Frankenstein. I I adore Gene Wilder. Absolutely adore Gene Wilder. I grew up. My mum and dad were big Gene Wilder fans. So growing up, we had Stir Crazy, we had Seen a Weevil, Hearing a Weevil. In fact, I could have been around the '89. That was. I may have even anticipated that coming out, possibly. But growing up with Stir Crazy, Blazing Saddles, and what's the other one? The early one, Silver Streak. There you go. I was like, what is it? Yeah. So growing up, Gene Wilder was it was huge. And then of course, Woman in Red in '85. Oh, classic Woman in Red. Kelly LeBrock. Anyway, I digress. So Gene Wilder's been like a staple of my growing up, if you know what I mean. His films, my parents showed me them really early, and I fell in love with this one. Of all of them, it was Young Frankenstein. Marty Feldman, hilarious. Gene Wilder, everyone in this film, absolutely. I can put it on at any point, at any time, and I just, I'm there. I'm transported to it. I recite it. I say the lines in work and living and usually everyday life. Blucha and everything. Classics, absolute classics. So I love Young Frankenstein that much that on my shin, I can't show you because I won't be able to get up. I'll show you a picture instead. On my shin, I have a scene from this movie tattooed all down the front of my shin, and it's the scene where Frederick finds out that Igor has put the wrong brain in, and he finds out it was Abby normal, and it's that scene where he's choking him, and you'll see it now. Look at that. One of my favourite pieces, done by my mate Phil. Nice one. So anyway, fast forward to obviously collecting vinyl. It was like, oh, you know what? I've never even thought about searching. Is there a score? Is there anything to do with vinyl and to do with Young Frankenstein? I'm going to say Return of the Dead. Wrong one. So I googled it. I went on Discogs as you do, and it was. I couldn't believe I'd never known about it, being into records for so long, that there's a score for Young Frankenstein. I was, oh my God, couldn't believe it. So went on Discogs, found one, £10. I paid for this. £10 on Discogs. This record's from 1974, and it was only a tenner. Normally records from back then, don't they go up in value? I would have thought. Yeah, news to me anyway. Bought it. It came. Here it is. Now, I had no idea that this has what me and Liam absolutely love with our records is dialogue. Dialogue and music from an original soundtrack of Young Frankenstein. The fact it has score and music and dialogue is it's everything. It really is. So here we are, Young Frankenstein, the classic poster. I had this poster. I bought this. I was in London and I bought the poster. I think it was at Camden Market, and they had all these stalls, and came across a Young Frankenstein poster. That one, I was just like, oh my God! Obviously a repro. It wasn't original. Oh my God! I must have this. Bought it, put it in a frame, had it in my old house for years, literally for years, and my mum and dad would come and visit my house, and my mum would be like, I love that poster. Every time she'd walk through the door, because you could see it, she'd be like, I love that poster. I love it. So I think it was coming up to a Mother's Day or her birthday. I can't remember if it was Mother's Day or birthday. And I wanted to find her one. Couldn't find one anywhere. Searched online. Nope. Tried other poster shops like All Posters. That's gone now. Remember allposters.com? I used to get loads of posters from there. It's gone now. Anyway, I was going back to London, and I was working near Camden. I was like, oh my God, I can go to the stalls. And I went and worked with my dad. We went there, day off. I went down there and I searched every single stall. Nope, not one poster. So my only option, and I'm still happy to this day, my mum tells me, oh, you shouldn't have done that. I gave her my poster. I in the frame, and she's got it in her house. When you walk through my mum and dad's house, you open the front door, it's the first thing you see. So I absolutely love that she's got it in her house. And she's like, oh no, I feel bad taking it from you. I'm like, no, You introduced me to this movie, and I love it that much that I wanted you to have it, and it stays there. And luckily, I found like a quad one. It's not the same, but I found a quad one recently on eBay. Well, I say recently, it's probably a couple of years ago. And it's this version, but in a quad, like, it's like an advert one. I'll show you now. Look at this. Dead smart. It's massive. I've got nowhere to put it, because as you can see, triangle, you know. I'm going to put stuff on these walls, I think, on the side of this, in my loft here. I'm definitely going to put stuff up here. But yeah, I literally love this movie. Absolutely love this movie. Horror, yes. More comedy, 100%. What I love about Young Frankenstein is written by Gene Wilder and Mel Brooks, and you can just, Gene Wilder in it is perfect. It's been said a million times, but his when he goes off, I love it. I love it. I love Marty Feldman, Peter Boyle, Cloris Leachman, Terry Garr, all of them. Oh, it's amazing. But anyway, on to this. £10. Couldn't believe it. It arrived. Here it is. Yes, it's a little bit battered. You can see where the stickers have been, because it's from 1974. But I thought, considering, you know, how old it is, it's in pretty good nick. Now, on the back, what have we got? Bit of record sticking out there. I don't like it when that happens. There you go. On the back, massive ring wear. But it is, like we say, from 1974. So basically all your Gumph, really, right? Music and dialogue from the motion picture Young Frankenstein. Mel Brooks, starring Gene Wilder, Peter Boyle, Marty Feldman, Cloris Leachman, Terry Garr, Kenneth Mars, Madeline Kahn. Oh, so many greats. Absolutely. Now, music arranged and conducted by John Morris. Good old John Morris. R.I.P. He passed on now, unfortunately, but such a beautiful score that fits it so well. It's like serious. Because it's a comedy and it's serious. It's great. But what I love about this is that, like, you have your dialogue bits in between. You don't have dialogue in between songs. You actually, if you look here, you have main title theme of Young Frankenstein, and that's Frankenstein. So the second track is dialogue. It's not in between, in front of a track, end of a track. It's song, dialogue, song, dialogue, song, dialogue. Great. It is great. My only nitpick is that some dialogue is cut down. So you'll have like a line, yeah, and they've taken the middle out to make it shorter, and you're like, you expect the next line, because I know it off by heart, and you know it so well. You expect the next line, but it jumps from the cut, and you're like, still amazing. But yeah, the back there, got the cast there. Literally, the whole cast is there. That is the main cast. Gene Wilder, Peter Boyle, Marty Feldman, Cloris Leachman, Terry Garr, Kenneth Mars, Madeline Kahn, Danny Goldman, Richard Hayden, Rolf Sedan, Rick Norman, and Norbert Schiller. So, I was very, very, very surprised to find out that this has a gatefold. Would you believe it? And what a gatefold. Classic 70s gatefold. Pictures. Not one picture like we get from like Waxwork and Mondo now, but no. Just pictures from the movie in black and white, as it should be. Absolute classic. There's little bits of dialogue. There's little bits about it. And there's classic Mel. Is he wearing his Blades and Saddles? He is. Look, there's Mel Brooks there. Wearing his Blades and Saddles t-shirt. Classic. Now, the only thing that really, really bums me out about this movie now, it's not about the movie itself, is the fact that Terry Garr and Mel Brooks are the only two living members from the cast. Everyone's passed on. Madeline Kahn, Peter Boyle, Marty Feldman, Gene Wilder, Cloris Leachman recently. Breaks my heart. I mean, Terry Garr, Mel Brooks, keeping it going. But yeah, I was well surprised it had a gatefold. I thought that's really, really nice. That's really good. So, as you can imagine, from 1974, you're not going to get much. Look at that. Look how brown it is. That is from 1974. Look at that. But still, it holds it fine. It's fine. Here we go. So, side one, is it? Let's have a look. Look, that really matters. My name is Frankenstein. Putting on the Ritz. No, that's side two. Side A. Black vinyl. Beautiful. Do you know what? Absolutely pristine condition. Look at it. Considering it's from 1974, yeah, you can see it's been played a bit, but that's in really good nick. ABC Records. Nice little labels there. An ABC there on the back. Made up. Quite thick for a 70s record. You know what? My last Return of the Living Dead one, it was like they're all dead thin and they're really sort of like flimsy. This is solid. Really made up with that. So yeah, can't say enough about this film, this score. Absolute classic. Absolute classic. If you're a fan of Young Frankenstein and you didn't know this is about, go pick one up. Definitely a must for any vinyl nerd like us. I got it for a tenner. You could probably get it for around about the same, to be honest. I don't think it goes for a lot. So that is Young Frankenstein, the greatest horror comedy of all time. Now, we've got a bonus. Now, one day, start again. One night, I was at the pub with some pals, and I came back from the pub and I was a little bit tipsy, and I did that fateful, dreaded thing where you go on eBay and you think, ooh, yeah, this looks good, and I bought something, and I was a little bit drunk, a little bit tipsy / drunk, and then had not so much, I wasn't like blind drunk that I didn't remember, I just totally forgotten I'd done it because it was late at night. Carried on, gone to work, done the usual stuff, done some SP with Liam, and then next minute there was a little 7-inch on my door. I was like, what? What's this? Opened it up, and then as soon as I opened it, I went, oh, I remember buying this. What did I get? Young Frankenstein 7-inch. I don't know if this is a promo piece. I really don't know. But what it is, it's the theme from Young Frankenstein, but it's done by Rhythm Heritage. Now it's got like a bluesy funk sort of, I don't know what I'm doing there with my hand. It's got like a bluesy funk sort of like, it's like a remix, like a bam, 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 and it's the Young Frankenstein theme, but done like that. It's actually on here, I should have mentioned actually, it's on the last track. There you go, theme from Young Frankenstein by Rhythm Heritage, so you'd get it on here anyway. But when I saw this and I'd had a couple of beers, I was like, ooh, this was the same price as that, £10. I'll pay a tenner for a 7-inch. That's my max. I will never go over a tenner for a 7-inch. I'll pay £10 and a couple of quid postage if I have to, whatever. But my cut-off is £10. I've been trying to collect Iron Maiden records recently. I'm looking at trying to get the back catalogue of what I used to have, sort of thing. I'm nearly there, but the 7-inches are going for silly money, and I can't bring myself to do it. Sorry, no. £10 is my max. That was a tenner. Yes. Got it. Loved it. Back, exactly the same, but there's a weird pink squiggle. It's not even a signature. It's just like it's a pink thing on it there. Of course, I pulled it out and saw this one first and went, oh, what? No, that's not in the picture. Then I realised, oh, it's a double-sided thing. And they did show both pictures. But yeah, the fact that it's like on paper, and this looks old as well. 1975. Yeah, there you go. Printed in New York City. It's so old. It's ridiculous. Let's have a look then. Let's get this out. Let's have a look at this. This is a little added bonus for collection. Can't get the bloody thing out now. God, it's stuck. It's so old that hole's missing. Classic old school. It's the proper, what's it called? Jukebox type thing, you know. So yeah, there you go. ABC Records, theme from Young Frankenstein, Rhythm Heritage. What's on the back? Is it the same track on the back? Yeah, it's the same both sides. How weird. How weird is that? Must be like a promo thing. Ah! Yes, it is. Promotional copy, not for sale. That's why it's on both sides. It's a promo. Okay, cool. There you go. ABC Records. Other side, it's got little red mark on it. I don't know why. If anyone knows why these promos have red marks on them, or you know of the reason why, big hair. Oh, send us a message. Let us know. I'd love to know why they do that. It's like when you get those records that have the shop in the corner. It's like, I don't know what. There's a reason for that as well, and I can't remember what it is. My Return of the Living Dead picture disc has it, and it's like they take a chunk out of it. It's weird, isn't it? But yeah, still a cool item to have. The fact it's a promo. Like I say, I haven't seen many of these around, and like I say, when I saw it for a tenner, a bit tipsy, go on then, off I go. Bought it. So there you go. Young Frankenstein, the greatest comedy horror ever made. They will never top this. There's been a musical. I can't bring myself to watch it. I'm not a musical kind of guy. And to be honest, if you're recreating it and you aren't these people, you're not Gene Wilder, you're not Mel Brooks, yeah, sorry, ain't going to be the same. People go to the Back to the Future musical recently, and there's a You know, there's another one coming out. What is it? I don't remember. Anyway, but now I was offered. Do you want to go see Back to the Future the musical? No, couldn't think of anything worse. I'm sorry, it's not for me. Once you've got the film, you'll never top that. And yes, it might be enjoyable, but no, especially Gene Wilder and Marty Feldman. I mean, who can play Marty Feldman other than Marty Feldman? Exactly. But anyway, that is Young Frankenstein. Go pick it up if you can. It's an absolute gem of a piece to have. It really is. It's my favourite horror comedy. I cannot stop saying how much I love this film. It literally means everything. I want to go and put that on now. I'm going to finish this. I'm actually going to put it on downstairs. Kids, we're going to listen to Young Frankenstein. They've got no choice. So that's it. Little unboxing. Oh, I love it. So until next time, people, stay safe, stay tuned, and stay sick. Tinman